Hello. Hello, everyone.
How are you?
Okay, I'm very good. How are you? Connection is good? No, maybe not. Mm.
Hello.
Okay, you're back.
Yes, hi. Sorry, little network problem. How are you, Valentin?
Very well. I can hear you well. It's perfect now.
Magnifique. Thank you for being here with us tonight. It's a
Pleasure.
real
My pleasure.
pleasure. So we have a lot of questions for you, but the first one gonna be, who are you?
So I'm Valentin. You can say Val in English, it's perhaps easier. I'm a French entrepreneur, and I created a brand called LaDecouverte. And what we create is animated art pieces from paintings to NFTs. So we take physical, real life work of art and we transform it into digital artwork that is sold as NFTs. And so we see ourselves as creators, almost like a DJ takes a piece of music and remasters it and creates a new rendering, a new creation out of it, and then broadcast it and publish it into the digital world.
Okay, wow. It's look really nice. We're gonna see it in your website later because for
Mhm.
most of the people, maybe they don't really see and know what is immersive art. So
Right.
we're gonna see that.
Yeah, the word
Um,
immersive, the word immersive uh, may mean a lot of things to different people, but what it means to us, it comes from the idea to be immersed into the art, almost like you're floating and swimming into the art piece that is like almost um, talking to you and moving with you. It's supposed to create emotions. That's really the core of it. So we want to create art pieces that really moves you, and so that you feel immersed into the creation.
okay, I see. It's nice. And so when did you start?
It's a project that is from late 2019, so December 2019, and we started with the vision to create a physical center, a real location where people could come and discover the art on the walls and on the floors, because the projectors will be on the ceiling. And we
Okay.
want to do that in the USA, on the US market, in Miami. I have the chance to have grown there, to have worked there, and know people there. So the idea was to take a concept that already exists in France, which is an immersive center, immersive
Mhm.
art center,
Yes,
and
yes.
to put it in the US market and in Miami. So I started in the beginning of 2020, and we found a location, and we have had French investors. But in March 2020, everything stopped
Yeah.
because of COVID. So it was we lost the space and we lost the investors, we lost everything, and so we had to rework on everything. And I went to Miami in the end of the year 2020 to find a location and to find money in the USA. And so I found a location, but I didn't manage to sign it because I was raising money at the same time. And so I was looking for the space to raise money and looking for the money to find a space. And
Oh,
so when I found the space, I I wasn't quick enough to sign it, and somebody else signed it. And then I found another space, and I made an offer, but it was the brand UFC that bought it. So I was left after 6 months of effort with no space and no money, because it's like if you don't have the space, you don't have the money. So we were with my co-founder. We're kind of like at the end of a journey, but we had the demos of what we want to create, of the art that we wanted to project.
Mhm.
And so we were showing those demos to US investors, and they were telling us, you should sell this as an NFT. And I said, what is an NFT?
Oh, so funny.
That was January to March 2021.
No way. So yeah,
That was
it's really,
the
really brand new.
And so they were telling me, you should sell that as an NFT. And in March 2021, I remember I started researching about it to try to understand what it is. And then the Beeple sale arrived in the 21, I think, March 2021. And then it became famous. It became a thing that everybody was talking about in Miami specifically, because there's a lot of tech companies, a lot of investors, a lot of crypto people. The city of Miami is all about crypto. So it was crazy. Like everybody was talking about it. And I was thinking, because of the investors, they said, oh, you should focus on this. So we decided with my co-founder to pivot,
Okay.
to readjust the direction of the company into NFT space. And we spent a lot of time studying it, trying to understand really do it well. So,
Yeah.
but I felt we were too slow, because the craze started in March, and then April, and then June it started to craze down a little bit. Some people said it was a bubble, that it exploded, and then it was done. But we studied it and worked on it for the whole summer. And the aim was to do our first drop, our first publishing, our
Mhm.
first sale for the fall, so September, and which we did. But it was not September. We were late, so we had to postpone the launch. It was eventually 11th of October, but we finally made our first sale. It was auction sale of one piece. So instead of having a big exhibition of 30 minutes in a physical space, we sold one animation of one painting for 30 almost a minute, online as an auction in an NFT format.
Okay. Wow, it's
So it's
beautiful.
a crazy
Yeah,
journey
it's,
that comes from far away.
yeah, but it's nice because you originally had a project behind, and
Yes.
actually NFT was a way to promote it in a
Yeah.
kind of contemporary way, which is
Mhm.
really interesting.
It
And
was surprising for us first, and then entrepreneurship is a lot about adapting your resources, your timing, your production, your product, everything. And it still remains immersive art. That's why it was important that you ask immersive art before why, where, because in our heart we're still immersive art creators. It's just that the format is different. We're not in a big space anymore. We are in a format that is more like in a screen or a display, but we still want to create something that is very moving, that really touches you and makes you like you feel like immersed again in the art.
when I first, so right after we're gonna show actually what you do
Yeah,
for the
yeah.
people
It's
who don't
visual.
know.
You gotta show it, right?
But it's true that the first time that I saw your work, I was actually kind of amazed by the fact that it's a piece of art, but moving,
Yeah.
but in the same format as as a paint,
That's a
because
real
it's
thing. Yeah.
just who start to move. And
Mhm.
the fact that it was an NFT, for me it was, and I think if you remember well, this is what I said to you the first time when I talked to you in the phone. I said it's a circle. The buckle is finished. It's like
Yeah,
NFT
yeah.
is digital art, which normally you just have access through a screen.
Mhm.
And it's an NFT that you can have on a screen, of course, but you put the art again in the place where it should belong, like in a living room, in a room.
Yeah.
So I think, yeah, I was really amazed by that. So now let's show it.
Yeah. Let's show the art.
Yes.
That's what's really funny about it. I talk about it all the time, but it's something visual. So I would rather have people look at it and enjoy it. but then you have to describe, okay, imagine and think of this and look at this.
Yeah, no, it's true. Up. Let's see. No, it's okay.
And what's funny about art is when you look at it, you might feel or see things that you
Mhm.
are different from the others. So yeah, there you go. This is the painting that is
Okay.
animated. So then it loops. So yeah, that was 1 minute, and then it keeps swinging between.
Up.
There you
Wow,
go.
nice. Yes. Yeah.
So originally it's a painting. Here I have a poster of it. This is
Yeah.
the original one.
And
So it's really,
the music is great.
yeah, it's really it's called a composite. Um, it's a composition of painting and music and movement, and all together creates a new rendering, which is a new piece of art. And so it really goes together. Like the music smooths you in, and you feel like you're transported into
Exactly.
her. Yeah, she almost feels alive. Like she looks at you, she winks, and there's something. Wow, it's like whoa.
Yeah, she has like there is some expression, facial expression. It's really nice. So I'm wondering how is the process of creation? How did you do it?
So I met the artist, the painter,
Mm-hmm.
because I discovered her art in a gallery in Paris, and when I saw the art, I saw it moving in my mind. I was like, "Wow, this is so expressive! I'm seeing it moving." And it's like, so I told her, "I want to animate it. I want to make it move like I see in my mind."
Oh
And
my god, I love
she's like, "Okay, sure."
it. It's
And
yourself
so
first when you moving. Wow, it's nice. And then you had the idea. Oh, there is some things to do.
yeah,
Mm-mm.
it's almost like dreams or visions. Like you first you see it in your mind, and then you see it in reality. But you have
Yeah.
to in between two. There's a lot of work.
Yeah.
So I told her the vision of having a big exhibition in a big physical center with her art, and she loved it. So we made a deal together with to have her art and to be able to work on it and to transform it. And so it was great to have the opportunity to do so with this art. And then I work with my team. We're a small team of French creators, and we use motion design and 3D rendering, almost from the cinema, to create movement and create effects into the piece. We actually like did a high definition picture of it, and then
Mm-hmm.
we cropped and cut and extract everything from the painting, almost deconstruct it, so then we can then apply it with movement with every piece. And then it has to go with the music. So there was so much tweaking going on, but at the end, the artist, she loved it. She validated it, and then we put it at auction.
And how was it?
So
The
the
auction?
auction was it was new for us. It was exploration. It was discovery. La découverte is a French word. It means to discover.
Yes.
So it was really our journey, right?
Mm-mm. Actually, yeah, I want to talk about this. So you are French,
I am.
and your name
Oui,
is La Découverte.
oui,
So I think it's a part. I don't know how to say parti pris. It's like you want to export French culture on the way to USA,
very much
right?
so. Very much so. I feel very fortunate and lucky of the heritage that we have as French people from art and culture. I love so much history, art, and cultures like castles, paintings, like sculptures. I'm a big fan of all that, and I feel very lucky and fortunate to have been exposed to so much so early and to have this sensibility and this love for it. And
Mhm.
I want to show it, to broadcast it, to push it, push the boundaries and to show it to more people, especially in the USA, where they are very, very eager and very hungry for everything that is sophisticated and European in the style. It's from the cuisine, from the fashion. France has such a great, yes, l'art de vivre à la française. So French cuisine, French mode, French design, French art.
Because we are the best. We are the best. That's all.
We are the best creators of the world. Yes.
Yes. No, but it's a really nice, even homage to to the French culture, to broadcast that to a lot of different countries, and just to show and bring culture and bring an immersive world. It's like a little break in this life where everything goes fast and there is all this, gray everywhere. And then you have your painting, you're in your living room, and then oof, it's moving, and then it's it's nice. It's like,
could you show the website? Because the background we can show more, and I can explain a little bit.
Exactly. Where? So is it on your website?
Yes, there's the video on the homepage directly.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah. So it's LaDecouverte.art.
Yes.
And it's like, because we have more collections to come. That was the first piece.
This one.
There you go. So we can see. This is what you were explaining. There's a digital canvas on the wall. So a digital canvas is a display. It's almost like a TV, but it doesn't look like a TV. It looks more like a painting.
Yeah, totally. And it goes
moving. So this is the really cool part of it. It's a display that shows the art that we create. And because our art is digital and because our art is moving, then you're experiencing moving art in your living room.
I love it. Honestly, I love it.
Yeah.
And so far, how many collections do you have? So we can see there was one named Renaissance. No, it's not Renaissance.
What is we have the first one that we sold it's contemporary, because the artist is an artist that lives already today. It's a contemporary collection. And the other collection that we'll have for January 2022 is Versailles.
Versailles, right.
Yeah. So we can see some piece of Versailles animated, and we want to so we can show the collections. There you go. So we have one that is modern and one that is classic, old. I wanted to bring the two of the best worlds. Originally we wanted to have a exhibition of 30 minutes, so we had to pick a theme, and Versailles is a theme that I love. I cherish in my heart. I just love Versailles. I've been there like 10 times, and I wanted to show it to the world. Like all my friends in Miami, they haven't all been to Versailles. They love Versailles. They love French. They love castle. They love luxury. They love art, history. We want to capture that in something that is very immersive again, and transport them into this world that they don't really know, that they want to discover. And so we're working on this at the moment. But there's another collection where I want to tell you we're going to work on the collections of the fables of La Fontaine.
Oh, no way. Which one? Or maybe it's secrets.
I mean, the best ones, the most famous ones. We're going to start with the 3 most famous ones, and then we're going to go beyond. But the cool part is there's no painter or paintings that are famous about La Fontaine.
No, it's
true. Look into it. So we're going to work with a real painter.
Okay.
And he's going to paint huge representation of the fables, and then we're going to animate it.
Oh my God!
So we're going to be like the full creator all around it. So we're really excited about that as well.
And so maybe it's going to be longer because, so the video for contemporary was 1 minute, right?
1 minute, yeah.
The same for Versailles?
Well, it depends on Versailles. Like it's going to be, we're going to have multiple. So for each painting, we're going to have an animation of it. But usually our paintings our animation are not too long because it loops. So we can even say like 30 seconds or 40 seconds, a minute, maximum 2 minutes. It's mostly around 1 minute because I think it gives you enough like depth and enough attention to look at. And what I want to translate is, when you discover a huge painting in a museum, it's so big you can walk around and discover different pieces and then stare at it and zoom. I want to do the same, but in digital. And so what it looks like is, in 1 minute you can't seize it all. You can only grasp the ambiance of it. You have to look many times to see little things that are moving in a different way that you haven't saw because you were looking at the other part. So around 1 minute.
Okay. Wow. So this is the next project.
We have many collections. We're also working with brands. French high class brands, but I
Okay.
can't say which one yet because it's not
Mm.
official. But what we want to do is to bring again the French heritage, the French style, the French name into the digital world, into the art world, and we want to bring something that is static and that is like in real life to bring it
Mhm.
into the digital world with this immersive touch.
Actually, to bring it back to life. I mean, to bring
Yeah,
to keep it living.
yeah, yeah.
Nice.
To bring some life to it.
And now that you explained me what you want people to see and to feel when they see the arts, now I understand because you told me that you love art and that you are a huge fan. So you
Yeah.
actually everything that you feel when you are in the museum, you just wanted to transmit it in a more immersive and actually like linking something between the eyes, the contact eyes, and the imagination that you have when you see a painting, because everything is about imagination. When you see a painting, you create your own story in your head, and you just give a little help to do that. It's nice.
Yeah, I try to show my version of my what's in my head. Almost,
Yeah.
most entrepreneurs they try to resolve they create products or they create things that they want to use themselves. So in a
First,
way,
first.
I'm yes, right. First themselves. So in a way, I just want to realize the visions and the dreams of the art that I have in my mind, and then share it to the world. And hopefully, it's something beautiful that other people can like as well.
Yeah. Okay, nice. So now I have just one last question for you.
Let's go.
So as you know, I'm uJenny, Lucy
Yeah.
uJenny.
Yes.
And I would like to know if, for example, you imagine you want to do some art for us, some exclusive art. What
Hmm.
would you do for uJenny?
Oh, wow.
You have a little idea. It just can be like some keywords or what you have in mind.
Well, I am right now. My mind is into Versailles, so I would think of something of Versailles, and that was something of something big, really huge. You know, in Versailles, there's even paintings on the ceiling,
Yes,
right?
totally.
It's just something magnificent. So I would think of a painting in the ceiling that represents. There's paintings that are almost all linked to gods and religious things, but some of them it's pretty cool because I'm thinking of one is like the Apotheos of Hercules.
Mm-hmm.
It shows angels that are transporting Hercules to the temple of the gods, and it's just absolutely humongous and huge. And so there's a lot of angels. And angels are feminine energy, the good part of the humans, and it's something that we can cut in many little pieces and we can fractionalize because it's so. I mean, the painting is so huge. We can spend like hours looking at it and discovering parts. So I think it's the proper format to be able to fractionalize one huge art piece that can be owned by many.
Wow. But do you know that now we want it? Our company.
Oh,
Yeah, what
well, I told you
to
between
do?
the imagination and the product, there's a lot of work. I told
You
you.
said the idea and the work is a long journey, but
It's a
now
long journey, yeah, yeah. But
it's
it
in.
all starts. It all starts with the vision and the dream and the mind that then can project. The mind is so strong when you can project so many things, and sometimes it's very liberating, and sometimes it just helps you to create. It's a powerful force.
Yeah,
Mm.
but I think it's gonna be really nice to see what's gonna be your next project. And so far, I just can say congrats to you and
Well, thank you.
very
It's
nice.
only the beginning. It's
Really,
a,
really
it's a good
beautiful.
start.
It's really beautiful. So we're gonna do a new interview in a few years when you're gonna have other collection to explain us. But
I
Valentine,
have more collections than time to work on it. So I have more ideas and more things that sometimes the other thing about entrepreneurs is that he has to focus and decide to work on to be able to produce at the end, right?
you are an entrepreneur, artist with a lot of imagination.
Yeah, it's
With
it's a strange mix, but it's what I am, and I like it very much. It
beautiful.
opens a lot of things that are very fulfilling.
There is a lot of people and artists who has the idea, but they don't have the way and the way to promote it, to create it, to make it real. And you have both sides, the creative and the more entrepreneurship. So here we go, LaDecouverte. I'm gonna put all the link down on YouTube for people who want to go have a look. And thank you so much for your time. It was
my pleasure, Jenny. It was great talking with you and showing the audience what we're working on. I'm hoping you can check out and follow us. We're working on something beautiful, many beautiful creations, and we'll publish them along. And I thank you for the invitation tonight. It was great.
Thank you.
Au revoir.
Au revoir. Merci. Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.